Should you do a writing course? Fancy an ongoing collection of tips, resources, insights, and free reports for children's authors? Too easy. Take a quick moment to subscribe and click the bell icon and you will never miss out again. Okay, in this video we are going to look at should you do a writing course? First, let's tackle the question that is uppermost in many aspiring writers' minds. Do I need to do a writing course to sell my writing? No. Absolutely not. I have never done a writing course, the kind with assignments and feedback. Yet I've now had published around 20 books for children. Several business books on sales and marketing and self-promotion. Besides that, I've written promotional material for businesses and business professionals. Speeches, blurbs for posters, educational materials, website copy, and more. The list is long. How did I do it? I always loved to read. Like most readers, I tend to absorb the rhythms of the language, correct grammar and punctuation, and the conventions of many different writing genres. Mystery, sci-fi, suspense, and so on. There's a very good reason for so many people advising you to write what you like to read. You know the genre without having to study it. I started buying how-to books on writing and marketing early in my career. You can learn pretty well everything you need to know from these books. The trick is using what you learn. There are a lot of would-be writers out there who have groaning shelves full of how to write books, but who do very little actual writing. I subscribe to industry magazines such as the Writer's Digest and The Writer. I photocopied and filed the articles in relevant categories. Over time, I built up a considerable collection of how-to articles. I wrote. I experimented with fiction, articles, nonfiction, and fiction. I wrote for adults and children. I found out what I liked to write and what I didn't like to write. I treated writing as a business. I've always invested in my writing career by buying books, attending workshops and conferences, buying good quality equipment, and, in recent years, establishing websites for my work. Should you do a course? What was right for me, however, may not be right for you. I struggled in English at school. I loved to write stories, from the time I was a child. I knew I didn't have a good grasp of the mechanics of the English language. I was fairly certain that I could teach myself to write. As it happened, I was right. But, if I had done a course, and received quality feedback on my work, I may have started getting my work published a bit sooner. A course involving carefully structured lessons and good feedback can show you what you're doing right and where you're going wrong early in your career. I have seen countless variations of the following comment. I thought I knew how to write, but when I kept getting rejection letters, I decided to enroll in a course to see if that would give me any insights into why. I found out there was a lot I didn't know. Some of the mistakes I was making seem so obvious now. So, even though you think you know how to write, you may discover that. Number 1. Your style of writing is somewhat outdated. Number 2. You haven't fully grasped the requirements of the particular genre for which you're writing. Number 3. You are making mistakes in grammar and punctuation that you weren't aware of. A few simple tricks of the trade can take your writing to a whole new level very quickly. The fact is, many of us can't see what we're doing wrong until it's pointed out to us. And this is the case even if we've read advice about that very thing in a writing how-to book. If you are not having a lot of luck with your submissions, then a writing course could be just what you need to speed you on your way. What kind of course would be best? If you do decide to do a course, then shop around to find out what would be best for you. Don't rush into a decision. You'll find that writing courses vary in length, in quality, in the mode of delivery, and in cost. For example, some courses on the internet are free. But they're pretty much the same as reading a how-to book, because you don't get any feedback on your writing. These courses are really more like mini-seminars. University courses. There are plenty of university-level courses around. You may need a certain level of education to be eligible. These courses are useful if you want to have a university qualification on your CV. If you attend regular lectures and tutorials, you also have the benefit of face-to-face interaction and immediate feedback on your writing. The downside, for some, is that you could take years to get through the course. And you may have to take other subjects of very little interest to you to achieve that final qualification. And it has to be said, some writers who want to work on commercial or popular fiction find that other students are only interested in literary fiction, and literary snobbery becomes a problem. Short writing courses. There are a number of writing courses that let you pace your work to suit your lifestyle. For example, one company that markets the writing courses allows students to take up to 5 years to finish the course. However, if you want to move through it quickly, you can do the course in 12 weeks. One tutorial and assignment per week. There are plenty of writers with talent and drive who can complete the course in this short time. They can then move on to advanced courses or just write up a storm and start marketing their work. Internet options. The internet is an incredibly fertile source of information and learning for writers. Free information is everywhere. You can also buy ebooks on writing and enroll in structured writing courses with assignments and feedback. The fees vary. The advantage of using the internet is that you can work on the lessons at a time that suits you. You can email assignments away at 2 in the morning if this is when you work best. Most courses allow you a fair bit of flexibility in the amount of time you take to finish the course. The disadvantage of doing a course via the internet is that some courses on offer have been around only a few months or a year. I recommend shorter courses, because if you decide to do a course over an extended period, you may find that the provider has shut up shop. Community colleges. 6 or 8 week courses in writing are often on offer through community colleges or night classes. These can be general in nature, creative writing, or more specifically writing for children. Try to ensure that the person delivering the course has the expertise you require. It's your money. The benefits of these courses: they're short, they offer face-to-face interaction. They can provide you with the nucleus of a critique group if you all get on well. Bottom line: you don't have to do a writing course to get published, but it can certainly help. If you are at the stage where you need feedback on your writing before you can move on, then it's probably a good investment. But do your homework first. Ask for testimonials and ask about the qualifications of the tutor. Check on how long you have to complete the course. And what happens if a family disaster takes you out for several months? Make sure it's the right course for you. See you in print. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more tips, resources, insights, and free reports for children's authors.